had to get a report in by a certain date for a client. And normally that report takes me 3 hours to do. And he sends me a message on Friday at 3:30. Okay, an email. It was like, if we don't get this report by today, and he moved the goalpost. I was going to get it to him on the 5th. And he goes, no, if you don't get it to me today by 5 p.m., he goes, you're going to miss the pay run and we won't be able to pay you. I'm like, fuck. I've got to do a report that normally takes me 3 hours in 1.5 hours. I just fucking boom, let's go. Didn't fuck around, got it done and submitted it.
Why do you?
And it was approved, it was done, it was dusted.
Why do you think you're able to do that? I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it here, but we definitely spoke about it. Why do I think it happened? Well, things will take you as long as they take you. Like if you give yourself 3 hours, you'll probably take 3 hours to do it. If I give myself an hour and a half, it'll probably take me an hour and a half to do it.
So you've been doing an hour and a half report in 3 hours?
Yeah. That's probably what I was doing. That's probably what I was doing. Because think about when I'm doing this report, I get the phone call. Oh, I better check email. I better do this. So the report itself probably doesn't take 3 hours, but it's all the distractions that come in between that of me working. And you know, what I've now done as well, I've actually, as a result of that, I time block the first of each month to do all these reports and things that I need to do for the business the whole day. So nothing else other than focusing on finance and reports. That's it on the first of each month, because that's when I go and get my money in. And I've actually called it, who's got my money? That's what my meeting is on the first of every month, because who's got my money? Who's got it? Because someone has your money. It's in their bank account for the goods and services that you've provided. You need to get it into yours. So who's got it? This client's got it. Cool. Let's send him a claim. This person's got it. Cool. Let's give him a phone call. This person's got it. Let's send him their sponsorship deal. Let's do all that. Get everything out and get the money in. The first of every single month. That's what I'm doing for the whole day. Nothing else. Not processing invoices, not doing meetings, not fucking talking to the team. No one talk to me on the first of each month. I'm not interested. I'm not here. Unless if I finish that early, if it takes me half a day, great. The rest of the day, you can talk to me.
There's a really good, I think Grant Cardone says that.
Who's got my money?
Who's got my money?
That's it. He does.
He backs against the wall, and he's like, "Who's got my money?"
Who's got my money?
Yeah, that's that's such a cool concept.
It is such a good concept, and that's
because I was like, "Who's got my money, man?" Someone has the money that I need to make.
And GC, we're coming to see you next month. We're going to 10X Growth Conference in Las Vegas. I see Alex Hormozy in Las Vegas. Going to do a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Going to the UFC in Las Vegas.
Yeah, you're going to. I'm not. You are. That'll be pretty cool.
That seems sick.
Yeah.
Doing lots.
Yeah. It's going to be a really good trip from the perspective of, I love it because it's good. Like people say, oh, Las Vegas, you just go in there for the strippers and the fucking partying and boozing and all that shit. Well, yes, obviously. But I love it because it's actually, we're going there. I enjoy getting things, like learning things I never knew.
Yeah.
And I really hope I sit, particularly, I don't think we'll get it so much at the 10X Growth Conference, because I think that's going to be more entertainment than education, even though it's a business conference. And you might pick up a few little things. It'd be great to see us as people that speak on stage, to see how they perform, what they do well, taking notes from that perspective, how you engage with your audience, because I think Grant's very good on stage as well. He's very charismatic and he can control a crowd. That's for sure. So it'd be good to see that, but then particularly from the Alex Hormozy course, because that's going to be 2 days of sort of, 9 to 6 content. And they're going to be presenting there as well. We'll probably get an opportunity to have a chat with them too.
You reckon?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe not like a one-on-one chat. Let's go to the back of the room or anything like that. But you'll probably get you will get an opportunity to ask a question if you've got one there for sure. And he'll spend the time. He'll spend the time to answer that question and make sure you get the answer.
And the strippers have really good reviews.
So
very good Google reviews.
Yeah, there you go.
From what I've heard, friend of a friend told me.
Well, it must be really good SEO they got going on.
It must be. They're doing something right. Or maybe it's just a great product.
Or when they leave, they're like, can you leave us a Google review before you leave? The marketing guys making it work.
If someone ever goes, they'll tell me and I'll tell you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's right. Not us. We wouldn't know.
Yeah,
we wouldn't know. So, I'm looking forward to that aspect of it, and it's a fair investment, spend a fair bit of money to go there and go to these trainings and these courses. But it also fills your cup up from the perspective of looking at goals, or looking at your year, it's always good to have that one defining moment in a year where you can say, I did that and I'll remember that year for the rest of my life because of that one thing. And this could be one of those moments or one of those trips. But you look back and you go, you know what? 2025 was so, like when we went to Vegas and we went to Hormozy, GC, did all those other extracurricular activities. How good was that? What a great trip that was. And we're going with other friends who are business owners and will also be benefiting from going there too.
Friends is a stretch.
Have you messaged him this morning?
No.
Good morning?
No.
I might message him good afternoon.
Messaging good morning's good.
Yeah. You should do it to just a random person you haven't spoken to in a while.
They might freak.
They will freak. I hope they do.
And then they'll be stressed. And then they'll have to listen to this podcast and they'll have to subscribe.
I mean, that's a great stress relief, isn't it?
Subscribing.
Yeah.
Subscribe. You know what it's called when this is so random. You know what it's called when a word begins, every word in a sentence begins with the same letter?
No.
It's called alliteration.
Did I know that?
So
alliteration.
Subscribe. I got nothing.
Yeah. It's sexy,
Stress-free, stressless. Subscribers,
yeah. There you go. I did not know that. And it's a good chance I will never use that ever again.
I reckon you will.
Maybe on stage.
Alliteration.
Maybe on stage. Maybe we can turn it into a training of some sort.
Yeah.
And sell it for $2,000.
Yeah. And then you'll be very glad you listened to this iPod broadcast. I'm just going to start using long words for everything.
Make you sound smarter?
I doubt it. But sure.
Exquisite.
We'll go with that.
So if you want to learn great things like that in your life, the way to do it is to subscribe so you don't ever miss out on any moment of anything.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah. This podcast is stressful.
Why?
It's not easy.
My phone's blowing up, dude.
Take what?
My phone is
That's what I mean. I've had to turn mine on silent. Do not disturb. Might check it. Probably got a few missed calls.
You know what? I was actually stressed just before this call.
Yeah, I was too. Absolutely. Because I've got so much to do. But,
Does having a lot to do stress you out?
No, I don't get flustered by that anymore. I used to. I don't anymore. I can take on a lot. That's what I've realized. And again, but I had to go through that stress to realize how much I can actually take on.
Yeah, but so again, does that turn around and say to you, okay, and we've had this conversation before. So this used to stress you out and then you went through this and now you've built up this barrier and then you'd open your own business and then that stresses you out and then you build this barrier and then you're like, nothing stresses me out. And it's like, are you not doing enough? Because something stresses everyone out.
Yeah, we've had it out.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
And then it's like, cool, do you have the bandwidth to push more than you are?
Yep.
Not in the sense of work more or do more hours, but it's like it's toleration, dude. Like how much can you know what I mean? Think about the stresses that an Elon Musk has, you know what I mean? Or like someone running a Trump. Yeah. Trump's making some moves, man. I don't know if he might be losing me.
Nah. But got rid of paper straws.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
Is that not just a thing to be remembered by though?
That's so funny.
Anyway, think about how much stress he can handle.
Yeah.
That would be a whole nother level.
It must be at a level where he just doesn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Fuck it, just whatever. Get rid of straws. Just get rid of paper straws. The worst thing ever. Let me test them. Wrong sign. But yeah, what a world we live in. What a world we live in with some of the stuff that he's actually signed off. That you have to actually sign a fucking executive order.
Isn't it weird?
That's fucking weird. Like the other day, he sat there in Parliament, and what a great, it was a great moment in the sense of what he did. But Parliament, wherever he was sitting, Oval Office, I don't fucking know. Somewhere he was sitting in a chair, and he had all these women behind him, and he was signing an order to say men can no longer compete in women's sport.
Yeah.
What a fucking world we live in. The fact that you have to sign an order to tell people that.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Does he have to? Or is he making an iconic, memorable moment so that because
probably
you got to turn around and say, he could not be thinking all this through. He's made more decisions in the last 6 weeks than I've made in my life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He cannot be thinking all this through. And then it's like, are you doing this for the greater good? Or are you doing this so that people say,
I remember
this guy came in and, you know what I mean? Yeah, he came in and really fucked shit up and came in and really started to make some what's your overall objective here?
Well, I think time will tell. Are these changes actually going to have significance in America and the world?
Making more moves than I've ever seen anyone make ever.
Then what's the downturn? Like he's like, okay, signs an order, fucks up. Sorry, just erase that, do it again. But if it comes off, fucking genius.
Yeah.
Someone a little completely off track, but relevant. I was speaking to one of my friends is in the football world and connected to everything and everyone. And he was telling me once about Alistair Clarkson. And he was saying how Brett Radden used to be assistant coach at Hawthorn. And he was saying one day how Clarko goes and grabs the board and he moved James Sicily, who was full forward, or Jack Gunston, who was full forward every single day, kicking bags of 10, puts him in the back line. And he's like, Radden goes to him, he goes, what are you doing? He goes, like, Jack's kicking a bag. Why are you putting him in the back line? He goes, look, just put him there for a quarter. If it pays off and he stops whoever kicking a bag because he's defending him, because you look like a fucking genius. He goes, if not, you take him off, put him back in the forward line and he'll be all right. All right. He goes, but you've got to be willing to take the risk. You've got to be willing to make the move. And I think that's what Trump's doing. He's just making the moves and seeing what comes to fruition. Some moves will be big, some moves, like all these tariffs he's putting on everyone. Will that help? Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But he's a lot more influential than anyone else in the world, stopping wars and doing a whole range of shit at the moment. And yeah, I think that level of craziness, or at least when he says something, people look at it and go, fuck, he might actually do that. He doesn't care what people are thinking. Is he thinking of the consequences? I'm sure he's smarter than just, let's sign this and not think about it. I'm sure he's got people behind him going, well, do some research, have a look at it before we sign anything off. What's the consequence? So yeah, I do think there's a level of that.
Yeah, but there's also a level of, don't know if I've ever seen anyone move faster.
I think speed's important.
For straws?
For anything, like speed, like you say, it's better to be first to market instead of best to market.
Yeah, it's better to be first than to be better.
Yeah, like let's move, like get shit done. Yeah, I like, that ceiling analogy. Yeah, for sure. Does it mean you need to handle more and do more? Absolutely. I think it does get to that point. You keep hitting the ceiling and go, well, how do you break through the ceiling? How do you get to that next level?
If you want more.
And we do though. Because like I keep asking, like you said, you've asked for this stress. It's like you want the yacht. You want to take the chopper to the yacht. Are you still doing helicopter lessons? Got to ask your pilot? Yeah. But if you want to take, it's killer. But you're taking the chopper.
I know someone that is now.
Oh, really?
I think
because of listening to this podcast?
Maybe.
100%. Why would they get one otherwise? But we want to fly the chopper to the yacht or get that super yacht or do whatever. Get your private jet. Those things require you to break through the ceiling each and every time. And then when you get that jet, well, okay, you only have a $20 million jet. What's wrong with you? People have $300 million jets. If, again, that's what you want. But
is that what you want?
Do I want like a jet? Or are you just saying to get to that level?
Both.
The jets, no, not specifically. What I want is it's choice. That's what I want.
You don't have choice now?
I do. I want more. To do what I want, when I want, how I want. It's, it's the thing. Money's the tool to get the freedom, to get the things that you want when you want. So I want to get it to that level. And I know that once I do get to that level, we spoke about this a little bit, like how much money is enough money per year? Like what could you not spend in a year? If you had $1 million a month, can you spend $1 million a month? Probably couldn't. What are you going to spend it on?
Not consistent.
Consistent, that's what I mean. You could go out and buy a $10 million home in 1 month. But I'm saying to actually have a spend
lifestyle.
Yeah, correct.
What does that look like?
That's exactly.
It's jets and
it's everything. It's whatever you want it to be. So yeah, I'd like to think if I do get to that level, does it ever go? Sorry, when you get to that level, is it ever okay? Well, what does 100 million look like? What does 300 million look like? Or does it mean I go the complete opposite route? And I go, well, what just fills my cup now that I want to do things and gives me those opportunities? I've gone through all these stresses. Maybe it's a time where, you know what? I'm just going to travel for a year and not do anything. Maybe that's what that looks like. So I've gone through all the stress to have that.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.